Hey everybody, in this video we're going to continue on our 2012 upgrade, keeping the same IP and the same name. So what we've done so far is we've DC-promoed this 2019 server. We now have DC01, 02, and new DC01. So let's do this. Let's log in here. Okay. So now this should be a domain controller. We're going to make sure. We're going to check some stuff here. So let's take a look. Local server. It belongs to the test domain.local. That's good. Let's open up PowerShell. Okay, let's just open it up over here. Okay, here we go. So we can run rep admin and REPL summary. Okay, that's one. Alright, so here we go. So we have everything looks good, no errors, perfect. Let's do a rep admin show replication, and this will show us that connections are good to via 1, so you can see all the connections here. So if we should also be able to go to sites and services, active directory, sites and services. Let's go here. And there we go to sites and services. You can see we have DHCP, DNS is installed. We should be able to go to DNS. If we go to tools here, we can open up DNS. We also have sites and services open. Let's take a look here. So we don't have any subnets defined because these are all in the same subnet. Doesn't really matter. Servers, there you can see. NTDS, this one has automatically generated. And we should have the same here, automatically generated. And DC should have connections to DC1, DC02. Perfect. Okay, so replication looks good. This is DC01 DNS. Let's make sure we have the forward zone, test domain.local. We do. We have DC01, DC02, new DC01, and we also have a IPv6 for this. That's fine. What we can do is, let's add a new A record. Test 100. So we'll just add this and we'll make it 10.180.10.250. So this is not really a real host. So it refused. That's an interesting thing. Let's see why. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I'm not sure why that happened, but anyway, there's test 100. Now let's go up to, let's see if it replicated. What we'll do is we'll open DNS. That one. Make sure we open it here. DNS. Okay. So now we have DNS open on all three. Let's look at the forward. And what do we see? Do we see it? We see new DC01. Let's do a refresh on this. Okay, so we don't see it yet. Let's go back here and show replication. So it's successful. Let's see the replication summary. DCO2 3 minutes ago. So it can take some time for replication. Usually it's not very long though in a single site Active Directory domain. So let's go back here. Let's refresh. So everything looks fine there. Let's just check all of these, make sure everything's looking good here in the domain. So we don't see those new ones yet. And that's fine. And there we see it. Test 100. There it is. Okay. So that looks pretty good. It's getting replicated. Should see the same thing over here. Test 100. There it is. Static. Okay, so it's been replicated. If we go back here, do a replication summary, there you can see source, destination, everything looks good. Okay. So what we're going to do, let's just move, we're going to move the domain naming master role and the schema master role. So let's do that. So let's go to Active Directory. I'm just going to go here to Administrative Tools. Well, we can also go here. Let's just go through Server Manager, Tools. And we want Domains and Trusts. All right. Operations Master, here we go. Domain naming Operations Master, domain naming master role to the following computer. So let's see what we're doing here, why we're getting this. Okay, so the problem here is that we're connected to DCO01 with this. Okay, so let me show you that just again. We want to go to AD, Domains and Trust, Operation Master, and if we want to change it, we can't, right? We get the error. So let's close that. File, no, we want to go to here. We're going to change our domain controller to where we want to be, which is here. Now if we go back here and Operations Master, transfer the name, change, yes, okay, close. So we've moved the now we moved the domain naming operations. Okay, good, perfect. That's fine. Let's do the schema master role too, just to have some differences here. So schema master role, we're going to go into, I'm going to click MMC. Oh, it's not letting me do that. MMC.exe. Let's do this. Let's do it this way. And what we're going to do is file, add, remove, snap in. And we should find Active Directory. Let's see, where do we see it? Active Directory schema. Okay, I'm not seeing it. Okay, let me just check. Okay, looks like we have to register a DLL before we can do this. Let's do that. That looks good. Let's close this, cancel that. Let's see if we can see it now. We may not be able to. We may have to restart something. Oh, nope, there it is. Okay. Let's go into that. Let's right click it. Nope, I don't think I want it to do that. No, I don't want to do that. I want to go to Operations Master. And it's going to tell me this again. So let's do that. And go to our new DC. Okay. And then we go to Operations Master. Change. Yep. Close it. And there. We change the schema master. And we move that over. Okay, perfect. So now we've done the FSMO roles. Basically, the goal here was to remove all of the FSMO roles from DC02, which didn't have any in this case, but normally you're probably going to have some on the computer. And when we do the upgrade for 1, we're going to have to remove the rest of the FSMO roles from 1. So let's do this. Okay. So there should be no FSMO roles on 2. So now what we want to do is we want to demote this old server. Okay, so let's go to this server. I'm going to close some stuff here. Alright, so the way to demote this, let's see how we do that. I think what we can do is do a DCPROMO. Alright, so let's figure out this. Okay, so it looks like all we need to do is go in here. Let's go back to the dashboard, add roles and features, and we're going to go through this. And this time, oh, we want to go to, hold on. Let's see. So we want to go through here. We get our server. Now that is not right. Remove server roles. Does not look like we can do that. Oh, we want to start the remove roles and features. That's what we want to do. Make sure we're on the right one. Now, take that away. And remove feature. Okay. So this gives us the option to demote. So here's how we're going to do that. And we click demote. That's fine. Give it a password. This will be for the administrator user of the demoted. And we're going to click demote. So the computer's going to restart. And that's fine. It's been demoted. It's no longer an AD computer. So now we also have to move DHCP over to the new one. We haven't done that yet. And that we can actually do, we could do that before we demote it, or we could do it now after. We're going to do it after, obviously. But that's not that important because our releases are 8 days. It doesn't start asking, I think, until 4 days in, where it would start saying renew my lease. So that's not going to be a problem. It's not going to cause any issues for anything that already has a, and remember that DC01 is still giving out DHCP, so it shouldn't cause any problems having one down. Now, if something's hard-coded to this IP, that could cause a bit of an issue right now until we get this other one back up. So now it's applying security policy. So what we're going to do next is, once this comes up, we're going to log in. We're going to change the name and the IP of this. Okay, so it's back up. I'm going to log in. So it's still part of the domain, it's just no longer a domain controller. Let's get Server Manager up. Let's go to local server, and this is where we're going to change the name. So let's do that. Let's go to DC change, and we're going to change this to DC02. Let's change it to old DC02. That's fine. We also want to change the IP, remember that. So let's go here and Ethernet and properties, and we're going to go into .4 properties, and we're going to change this to 111. Okay, IP's been changed, name's been changed. Okay, so that is it. We now have removed this domain controller. So we're going to go on to the next step in the next video, where we're going to actually rename the new server and give it that IP, that name. All right, I will see you in that next video.